What's up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today I want to do a quick little review of the Still Austin Rye, not the cast strength version, just their artist version of just the straight rye whiskey. Now, I did a first impressions of this, right? I did a blind of like 5 or 6 different ryes in a blind this past Friday on one of our live streams, and that was the first time I actually had this one. So I wanted to give this one a fair shake, do it on a different day after we didn't have like 6 or 7 like heavy pours. Shout out to the wife, apparently. But let's go ahead and dive into this one. Now this one, mash bill, super hard to remember. It's 100% rye. I know, I get it. Tough to remember, but at the same time, you gotta know it. You gotta know it. So we're gonna give this one a little pour. I'll give you guys a quick review on it. It's coming in at like 99.6 proof, so almost 100. I figured for like selling purposes, you should have just bumped it up to the 100 proof and just like threw it like that. I figured, just being picky. Let's go ahead and give it a little nose test here. I mean, you get tons of the rye spice, like cinnamon and nutmeg, stuff like that. Tons of sweetness come off of it. Now, I'll say in the blind, I didn't pick it up for some reason, but it was honey. I was registering as like brown sugar for some reason. But now that it's been pointed out to me, all I can smell in this is honey. It's very, very sweet smelling with that honey portion coming in, but it's pleasant. Again, under 100 proof, so I don't get a ton of ethanol on something like this, but to each his own. For me, there's no ethanol burn on my nose at all. So let's give it a little palate test. Yeah, again, most of the stuff you get from the nose, right, translates really well to the palate. A lot of sweetness from the honey, which I personally like. I like the ryes, for me, to have a good sweetness level. I know some people just want them to be all just spice all day. That's not me. I like my things a little bit sweeter. But the rye spice is very pleasant on there. There's some ryes that will give you like a weird tingly palate. That's not this. You get a decent mouthfeel on this. Finish is okay. Now this is aged for at least 2 years, is what it says on the bottle. If you guys don't know, Still Austin is obviously from Austin, Texas, so it's gonna have a ton of color on it for not even being like a 4 or 5 year age. So Still Austin's come out with good stuff. I do have their cast strength bourbon. This one's one of my favorites right here. This is really good stuff. I should have got the cast strength rye, but they didn't have it. This was coming under 50 bucks as well. So I was like, you know what, a little $50 bottle, let's give it a little try. Again, palate, one more time. I mean, I get like Christmas vibes, right? A little piney, a little earthy, but at the same time, some dried fruit style in there. Maybe like raisin or something along those lines, but like pleasant way. I don't know if you were in school and you had raisins, didn't like them. That was me, but now in the bourbon, the raisin note in there definitely hits pretty well. So overall, one of the better ryes. Now I will say on the blind ranking, this came in 3rd. I'm not gonna tell you all of them. If you wanna go watch the blind ranking, I'll link that video in the description. But overall, I'm gonna say I recommend this. I'm going to probably say for an extra like 5 to 10 bucks, you can get the cast strength. I think the cast strength would be just that much better. Proof equals flavor, and I think the only thing that this is lacking is just a little bit more proof. Me personally, I like the proof points to be anywhere from like 105 to 110. That's that sweet spot for me. A little less, a little more, doesn't hurt anybody, but 99.4 proof for the Still Austin Straight Rye. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you had this? Have you had the cast strength? Do you not like ryes in general, and you're just here for a good time? Or is this something you feel like you're gonna pick up here in the future? Again, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on the other side. Peace.